Maylay we think she's a Mustang draft cross. She is beautiful. She's gray, so every year she gets a little bit lighter. And we first met Maylay at a kill pen. So her life was in danger, and I saw a picture of her, and something about her photo just reached out to me and, basically said, "Get me out of here." It was really something that opened my eyes into the world of horse slaughter and what happens to horses that are unwanted. When Maylay came to us, she was terrified. She had never been touched before, and she didn't want to be touched. It took months of feeding her hay by hand, just sitting in her pen, spending time just listening to her, letting her watch us, before we were even able to touch her for the first time.
I mean, she's been through a lot, and something about those horses that have a lot of trauma in their life, I really love helping them and bringing them to, allowing them to enjoy life. And just looking at Maylay, you can see her soul through her eyes and just how much she enjoys being with people. And yeah, she's just kind of one of a kind, and putting words to it is very hard. I'd always been kind of drawn to her, and when Christy did the go-ahead that I could work with her, the excitement through my body, it almost felt like I was vibrating because I was so excited. And then the first few times I went in the pen, she was very I don't know. Maybe I can do this, maybe I can't do this. But once we kind of broke the barrier of we can't do this, it was the steps forward became very enormous for us. And it went from, at first, just me sitting in the pen to after a few weeks I was in there grooming her, putting a halter on her, and going out for walks. Yeah, it was a very slow to fast pace with her of just figuring each other out. And even personally, I had to work a lot on breathing. And it was once I realized I could breathe, she was oh, I can breathe too.
Maylay is just a really deep soul. She's got a lot going on in there. And when you start working with her, you almost just start feeling like you're with another person. She communicates at such a deep level that you can kind of feel what she's trying to tell you. And the communication becomes just kind of effortless with her.
So Maylay is a very big introvert. She isn't very outgoing, and she's kind of picky about who works with her and stuff. But when she chooses a client, she locks in, she gets their attention and is hey, hello, I'm talking to you. And then when they're working together, it's just their own little bubble that they're in. It's just working with her brings them a sense of safety and peace, and they're allowed to be themselves because Maylay's being herself. And she's very honest, hey, this is a harder day for me, can maybe you step up? Or I'm having a great day, I can be an extra hand for you today. And she just shows up very honest, and I think a lot of people appreciate that, especially when they haven't had a lot of honesty in their life with things.
So it's kind of cliche, but it really is true that so often, we say it's really the animal that chooses the person, and we really witness that all the time, that whatever the animals see in people, they're seeing them at a deeper level, and they choose, that they have something to offer that person, and we will see them step up and say, "Hey, I gotcha. I'm the one that you need to work with right now." She's still timid around people, so she likes to stand back and kind of make people work for that connection with her. We are seeing more and more that she will approach certain people. We've even had people that we bring out for tours that she'll walk right up to and, acknowledge them by touching them with her nose right away, which is a huge act of courage for her. But she's definitely one who wants to take her time and ask the people that she's working with to take their time too. And she's going to ask them to come to her level, communicate at her level and really listen very deeply, which a lot of the people that she works with have found to be a very healing process.